Oh, it's fine now.
Alright. And we're transitioning to being live. And the mic's on. We're good to go. The visuals work. Fantastic. Welcome to the Action Sturge. Tonight we will not be playing the game, but we're going to do sort of a post-mortem of the campaign we just finished up last Thursday. And so we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about we're just going to kind of go through it and then talk about how it relates to the because this previous campaign was a prequel to a campaign we had run before, and sort of an origin story for those characters. So we're going to talk about how that sort of connects to the other game. And then we'll talk about like some possibilities for the future for the Golden Company, and I'll greedily take your ideas and, and make them my own.
Hello, Shades. What's up, Shades?
Oh, Shades, what's up?
Yeah, Nick gets his own camera because he's in the hot seat right now.
It's for my protection.
Yeah, he's actually at another location, an undisclosed location. Yeah. So let's start off with that. Let's talk about that. So Nick's character Hunter ended up. So you guys found the gold. You guys got in there. Found the gold, overcame all the obstacles, only to be betrayed by one of your own at the very end, who was working for the Damn Dirty Harpers. And
Damn dirty.
I finally gave Terry a reason to hate him.
A real reason.
I mean, I think he was riddled with betrayal.
So let's talk about the best betrayal, and then we'll.
I'm gonna go last on this one.
Yeah.
The best
I think
betrayal. Well,
the best
there were a couple between throughout the game. Best or worst, yeah. Let's talk about them all.
Well, Esvely was kind of expected.
Yeah.
You know.
That was expected. It was heartbreaking, but.
Well, for you.
We seen it coming.
I was totally hoping there would come a time where she would like literally get to stab you in the back. But it just never really came.
Well, I did take an arrow for her.
Yeah, you did.
You kind of did.
So.
You took it to the chest.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Well, it was in the back, through to the chest.
By the half-orc ex-lover that was trying to kill her.
Accidents happen, man.
Yeah. So because Yagra hired the hitman on you or on her, and you took the arrow for her.
It's just cold, man.
Yeah.
But the best betrayal. Whose birthday is it?
Oh, Shades' birthday for subscription. This is the 12th month he's been subscribed.
God, that's awesome.
I know, we love Shades.
We love Shades so much.
In fact, we love Shades so much we had an emoji, an emote in honor.
But yeah, the best betrayal and / worst betrayal of the whole game, in my opinion.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
And you know exactly what I'm going to say.
Rasputin.
I was suspicious when I wasn't here.
I wasn't suspicious at all, and I had so much planned with him. Like, he was going to be my mentor, and like.
And he was kind of, in a way, I guess.
In a way,
yeah.
well, I did get
an inspiration.
I did get a lot of inspiration and his kitchen knife. So I'm pretty thankful for that.
I mean, I knew something was up with Rasputin, but I did not imagine that would be it.
What's great is how merciless in that scene, like you're having this heartfelt moment, and then like how merciless Kat was when she just came over and eviscerated the fuck out of him.
Emotions just immediately detached. Speaking of emotions being randomly detached, I felt betrayed before I did the betrayal.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I never loved Hunter. Well, that was a secret.
And that marriage was falling apart the whole game.
It only took one brain swap to ruin it.
It took so long for her to give up that ring. Like it took a lot longer than.
Yeah, it was.
I think the whole time she was just thinking,
is he valuable? Bard?
Yeah, like if we hadn't been like reminding her, like maybe once a week or something like that, you got that ring, we can fix him, right? I really don't think she would have.
well, I mean, Quasar was stuck in the back of her head, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, I think she was just getting annoyed of every guy that was just randomly showing up to the group.
Well, so that's what's really fucked up about that end betrayal is that you guys basically like you owed them your life essentially, and
in fairness, he thought it was protecting the group.
now I do understand that too. Yeah, that's a good point too, because he was in a position where it's like they were gonna get you. I guess I can see it from Hunter's point of view. Like, if Silverhand wants that fucking money, she's gonna get that fucking money, like one way or another, right?
Right.
So maybe in Hunter's mind, it was the best way. But we also talked about you just actually being a good guy, right?
Right.
About Hunter actually just being a good guy.
Yeah.
And
Long for the
Obviously, we are not.
And you guys were actually really well behaved in Waterdeep. I thought, like what's the worst thing you guys think you did in Waterdeep?
Torturing people in the basement? I mean,
kidnapping children.
No, that was a good deed.
We can twist this all
That was a rescue. That was not kidnapping. That was a rescue. You will not turn that against me.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to that, right? It's like yes, we did kidnap children.
Gray area.
Oh, we were saving them from their devil worshipping parents who planned to sacrifice them for their own gain.
Yeah, like our granddad said, what happens in Waterdeep stays in Waterdeep.
until the song gets elsewhere.
But yeah, and Hunter's betrayal. Like, the thing that got Derek, it wasn't even the money. Because Derek had already made up his mind, if we don't get the money, oh well.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we all make it out alive. And then he left Barthol behind. That's what got Derek.
In fairness, I thought Bart was never getting. I thought you were never getting out of there.
Gone at that point. Yeah, he was just a figment of your imagination at that point.
At what point?
When you went to the other
When the dragon banished you to the other plane.
Oh yeah, well.
I was like, alright, so he's probably dead. This barrier's about to go down. We should probably go.
Well, I mean, my whole reason for getting everybody behind the barrier was I figured it was something like that Barthol was being held or something like that. I was hoping at least. But I wanted everybody to finish getting the gold so we could focus on actually fighting the dragon.
Because they were just peeling off.
Yeah, one by one, Screw fight the dragon.
Yeah,
and get the
that's when they
gold.
went and started getting the gold, and then who went next? Cat.
Yeah, I mean, before
All the rogues were the gold.
before I was banished, I mean, I'm looking over and y'all are all just over there as a treasure, like,
Well, you guys are getting his ass kicked by the dragon.
I'm up.
Yeah, so that was my goal for sectioning off that wall. I mean, that's why I was watching the dragon, so that if you popped back up, I'd have its attention,
yeah.
and not you. But
It was using 1/100000th of its brain to keep you.
one small pinky finger. So yeah, that was my plan during the dragon fight, and then for him to just, and we're in front of Silverhand. That got my goat.
Thank you for the sub.
Oh, hey, thank you for the sub.
But-
In fairness, if I knew you had that second wall, I still would have been paranoid that she was just going to stab us in the back there.
True. I mean, there were multiple layers to that. I'm just saying, I understand why it went down that way, and you played it beautifully. I cannot deny you that. Derek can be pissed at Hunter all he wants.
Terry.
I think it was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it really worked out well for for what it was. Yeah.
It's funny though, because for me it was the opposite effect. It's like, Hunter, yeah, this is perfect time. Me, I'm a dick.
Well, it aligned with the, there has to be some reason why Hunter's a complete no-show.
Never mentioned, never talked about.
Never talked about, never brought up.
Maybe.
Unless he's the goat.
Unless he's the goat.
Well, then now he has become the goat.
He's going to be the big bad evil guy. Is what's going to
Which
happen.
I'm pretty sure that could make total
But
sense.
the goat's not evil. I mean, he works for Lathander.
Alright, big bad good guy for the Golden Company.
Yeah. But I love the synchronicity that helping out small people just turns out so horribly for the Golden Company.
Every time.
Every time. No good deed goes unpunished.
Goes to the stables, gets almost framed for everything, goes and helps a store not burn down, playing for fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a shame too because we did make at least I made a conscious effort to try and run the bar as good as possible. And now we can never come back and
Well, the tavern. Well, at least the tavern is still standing, right? So that's
a good thing.
because there were a couple times where it could have been just nuked into existence.
And I think it's in good hands. I would hope.
You guys investing in the wards was pretty key.
Yeah.
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 Well, I only brought that up because Flume was busting every window in the joint.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shatter this, shatter that.
In fairness, it was either the door or us, and I was going to take the door.
Oh, that was a great fight. Every hit by the bugbears smashed some piece of furniture. Every miss by us smashed something else.
I was running around catching stuff falling more than I was fighting.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I think Claire and everybody was just washing dishes in the back, not even paying any attention
Yeah.
to the bugbear.
Well, at that point, it had become pretty routine that Xanathar's guys would show up and fuck your shit up for every other week or so.
Yeah.
Until you guys finally took care of the Xanathar issue.
Did we take care of that?
I mean, on the day where he was attacking everybody, he sent all the monsters up, he depleted his resources.
He'll be back.
To a point, yeah. I mean, he'll be back one day for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that point, I think he pretty much depleted his resources to where he wasn't gonna really be able to do anything else.
It would have been great though if while we were down in the sewers and we encountered Xanathar for the first time, if Hunter would have went to fight in the arena, that would have been.
I was so tempted. Y'all would have just left me.
I would have, yes.
I'd come back with all the winnings. What would you do?
I don't think that'd happen.
You saw what those crocodiles and the fire crocodile did.
And you saw the minotaurs and all those other things that came up out of the sewers.
Yeah, you got your head
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it was a shit show of factions and everybody was pulling us in the same direction in different directions. I never knew who we were working for and why.
I was trying to walk the line, and that line was too thin.
Yeah.
There's too many forces on both sides.
But I mean, in the end, the Zentarum was the big baddies.
No, actually. To us, I mean, they were the only ones that ever didn't cause us a problem.
They were just kind of in the background for most of it.
What am I thinking of?
The Harpers.
The Harpers, that's what I meant, the Harpers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for us it was the Harpers. Yeah,
It was the
definitely.
Harpers, yeah.
Oh no, just talking about.
Yes, you did.
But
I got nothing but gifts from it.
So that, so your betrayal, Rasputin's betrayal.
we won't even talk about Esbly. That was.
Esbly, well, it was kind of not subtle, but it was definitely like. Cause she said the secret to get through, and then Rabarak, which I love that image of Rabarak. Derek, we need to talk. Like dragon. Still need to talk.
I mean, it's not really that big a deal because A, she didn't get any treasure out of the deal.
You're welcome.
And B, I didn't give her the satisfaction of really acknowledging her in our last encounter. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was fun.
So how do you think that affects future Bartholomew? Like,
Well,
like what do you think was the most impactful relationship for Bartholomew in this origin story?
I hate to say it, but
Is it Yagra?
it's probably Yagra. the big meathead half orc. But she was so sweet, and I felt really bad when I had to break it off. Like,
She felt bad too.
Had to.
Yeah, she felt bad too. as you felt.
yeah. Well, I mean, I had to let her down easy because she could have like crushed me like a twig.
That's fair.
And then also she was a really good ally to have on your side. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, she was definitely an ally.
But yeah, so there's that. There's I was trying to think of any of the crazy betrayals. I think everything else was pretty cool.
Well, the halfling were-rats. That was interesting.
Oh, that was
Wasn't
that was towards the beginning, right?
Yeah, that wasn't really emotionally impactful, but it was just like our entire staff, right? Like everyone we hired.
I can't remember. Did those guys pop back up again? I mean, a lot of
One of them
a lot of them died. One of them did. What was that?
That was when we were chasing down the stone. He had already been turned by an intellect devourer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. In the alleyway. That's where you guys fought Esloon.
Yes.
Don't remember.
Which I guess leads me into the next the next topic, which is like the what do you guys think was the best the best victory, I guess? Because you guys had some nemesis, like a revolving door of nemesis. That,
without a doubt, it was the underwater episode where we stole the submarine, the submersible.
That was
for you.
That was a pretty, at the time, it turned around and bite us in the ass later, but at the time, that was a pretty clear-cut victory, successful mission all the way around.
And the funny thing is, it completely went off plan, but went more better as it went.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, that was the one where you basically, like, you could not get unstuck from the spider. Like you just kept crawling towards the hole, and the spiders just kept bombarding you with web.
I had a great underwater moment. I had a great sneaking on the ship moment. But as soon as I need to get past two spiders to get to safety,
well, you even said, "Y'all go ahead, I got this," and then you didn't have it.
well, it's like this one's dead. I'm free. No. And you just pull me.
Yeah, I mean, man, when Nicole's here, having a shape changer comes in clutch.
It does actually come in very clutch. But Rabarakis and Derek had a really cool thing going on below deck, and Rabarakis wasn't with you.
She's up
she's up there with you.
She's keeping you from sleeping with mermaid.
No. I was keeping an eye on things. And
We know
All your mermaid girlfriends.
The mermaid legend of the mustachioed man.
Yeah, too bad it never made it in the songs.
It might have.
You might have snuck that.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, all joking aside, that was one of our most, that and the heist, the house, the mansion heist for the kids. Like that was that was the most orchestrated.
That was intense. I think both of them were intense, but the Castle Leonard estate, like sneaking in and breaking the kids out, that was like you guys.
I mean, that was prep. That was well prepped. Yeah, Carrie took a big lead on that.
Yeah, like kudos to you, like arranging the rewards that you guys did have to. The spells that you had at your disposal to.
Yeah, that's what I really liked about that heist was. That made it more Ocean's 11 was calling in all the favors.
Yeah.
To make it happen and have everything arranged out beyond us. And all we had to do was go in and do the deed.
And it's a good thing too.
And then
you getting rid of all the devils in the house significantly helped your cause.
Yeah. And then the fucking nanny.
I can't believe it.
Dude, that was awesome. I love it when that happens. Like as a GM, I love it when because like these characters, like these enemies, they're not particularly strong. So it's really cool when they survive more than one round.
Yeah.
to actually make some impact on the like provide some threat because it was just you guys were just rolling shit that day.
Yeah.
Like attack wise, just couldn't.
Well, that was the thing. That was the thing. I was at the bottom of the stairs getting my ass handed to me by the nanny, and you were trying to get to me to help.
Didn't she stab Derek pretty hard? Yeah.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Rabaraka, Eleanor and Cap were all upstairs playing house in the
playing with the kids.
I was like, a little help, please.
Playing with the children.
It was great. And then shortly after that's when the whole Rasputin betrayal happened. But it was just one fuck after the next. Hey, Bees, what's up, Bees? Hey, we're gonna send you those dice here like tomorrow, probably tomorrow.
Yeah, so I mean that heist was particularly like just well orchestrated and just really interesting and well executed. Yeah.
I love our scene of going through the town, collecting the heads and that, just to get one up. Eleanor's next
Bonnie, yeah. Yeah, I thought I had a perfect plan. Hey, Rav, your dude, just have him collect heads for us. There's no way we can lose.
One head. One.
I think she did the same thing. I think she probably dropped a couple adventurers already and collected some heads.
Yeah, that's like the meta. That's the next level of that competition, right?
Yeah, just ambushing adventurers and start bringing the heads back.
That's totally some shit Bonnie would do. Bonnie
never left the town square.
Bonnie, who became such an interesting like was supposed to be just kind of a throwaway character, but just kept reoccurring and just being a really awesome
Bonnie was
foil for Nicole's character, for Eleonora.
And Nicole just played it to the hill every time.
She shines in those moments.
Yes.
Yeah, she shines in those kind of situations.
Yes, it does.
It was just great because like we were doing every single thing possible.
And if you go back,
I guarantee she never left that scene.
If you go back and flash forward, like she had a lot of really cool moments in the original.
Well, I was just thinking about the time that was it you and Rav were like talking about Bart like in the woods or whatever, and like Captain Bart, and so you had pulled like Rav aside or whatever, and Captain Bart went to Eleonora and was like, I think she's cheating on you or something.
Yeah. I remember.
I can't remember exactly what she said, but she came over and she like lit you guys up.
About 3 weeks straight of fire under there.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was really wild.
For a good couple weeks, you did not stop catching the stink eye.
Any mention of y'all two working together in tandem?
Captain Bart. Oh my god. Oh wait, I guess
So Captain Bart.
Yeah, we should finish the prequel before we get into that.
Well, so Castle Leonard, stealing the submarine. Those were both pretty good. Was there any other victories specifically?
Finishing off those fucking mind flayers. Pissing me off. That was retribution. The mind flayers.
Yeah, you guys fucked Naloon. Yeah, you guys fucked him up.
Cast summon animals twice just to
Yeah,
finish that thing.
Hunter showed up that day.
He was payback. I was pissed.
Yeah, because I was doing my first time running up as the tank. It's getting my ass whipped. And Hunter was pretty clutch on that one.
Last guy finished him in 2 rounds with double alligator flame summon.
And then, of course, like as you guys are running out, I wonder, like I didn't know if I didn't think it happened at the table, but like if we're going back and talking about it, there's room there for this, but like when you guys are running out and like all the people that were like trapped by a Naloon are like reaching out, they're like help us, and you guys are just like we're getting the fuck out of here. But I wonder if like for Hunter being a good natured person it was just kind of like what about all these people, guys? Oh,
come on, Hunter.
I like to think it because we just left the keys we took the keys off one of the guys and just used it to open the one cell.
Yeah.
I don't think we took the keys with us.
Tossed it to somebody else.
Yeah, so I like to think that Hunter just kind of grabbed him out of the lock and tossed him to the next guy.
That would be like the neutral good thing to do, or like the neutral thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, they're gone. Oh, goodness.
But yeah, that was great. Just when you describe it, there's people in their cells, their arms reaching out, and everybody's just like, whatever. Nobody even acknowledged it.
Which is what I love. That's really what I love about this campaign in particular. Are these characters? Is because you guys are like you're not murder hobos, but you are evil. Like you do lean towards evil, and they're lean towards a more self-serving agenda. And
well, I think that's where it started. Like we didn't. Maybe we're there now. Like as we leave Waterdeep, but it didn't
You're only murder
like
hobos if
evil.
they're wearing Harper uniforms.
I mean, where you guys ended up with at the end of the original campaign. I don't even know if you were necessarily like some of you, I guess, were more evil than others. Like I feel like Ravarakas is pretty, but it's not like
we won't talk about the priest under the the priest.
Which one?
The dwarven priest.
Dwarven priest.
Chained to the altar.
Oh yeah. Well, that forever in my mind is like. Listen, Martha was a cold-blooded fucking killer, but
he just had a lot of aggression to get out.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that though? Like, I guess what's the arc of evil?
Well, we tried like hell to be evil. It just never worked out for us. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I think it is the arc, at least for Derek, has never been. His goal has never been to be evil.
Yeah.
But the farther he's gone along in both campaigns, the path to achieving his actual goals requires it. It's just like, if I'm going to do this, I can't stop to worry about being a good guy.
Right.
So it's more of a
same
apathetic lean towards evil as opposed to I'm doing evil just to be evil.
So be like neutral evil, I guess, or like
maybe
or lawful evil.
I'm lawful. I'm playing the lawful evil.
Right.
I'm not
For
sure.
But it's yeah. I mean, I believe in rules and I believe in law, but innocent people. If they're in the way, they're in the way. If they're not, they're not.
I mean, that basically was all it was really. I was more interested in, the behind the scenes stuff than the actual. Being a hero meant nothing to me. And if I did do something terribly awful, every now and then, there was a reason for it. Like, for whatever reason it was, no players really knew.
I just now realized, not only do you have a problem with harbors, I feel like your character has a problem with druids now, because you had Hunter betray you. You shoved away Thorn.
I'm pretty sure everybody at this table has a problem with druids now.
Not really. Derek does not have any problems with druids. Mainly because they don't try to impose their rules on others. I mean, Derek's been all about personal freedom. I mean, that's been consistent. And that's why I didn't want to swear loyalty to any of these groups or anything like that. And druids, in Derek's mind, would be the epitome of just freedom. They just...
That's fair.
Yeah. And we didn't push Thorn away because we didn't like her. We pushed her away because we liked her too much.
You're going to do 100 hits.
No.
Yeah, we all love Thorn.
In retrospect, Thorn would have... Thorn redeemed druids for us. Like, Hunter gave us a bad taste, and then Thorn...
Well, yeah, remember that forest war that you guys, jumped in on?
Oh my god.
Where that one druid, wasn't he like a T-Rex?
Yeah.
Yes, there's that one too,
that was one nutty night, let me tell you what.
But again, that was a whole single person imposing their rule, trying to impose their rules. So, I don't hold that against druids themselves. I mean, they're pretty powerful. I don't want to cross them. But.
I'm going to miss Hunter until we see him again. Then I'm not going to, because it's not me anymore.
Now, as far as you guys' personal arcs, or I guess looking at the group's character arcs throughout the origin story here. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say who had the best arc, but who do you think had the most interesting arc or the most fulfilling arc?
I have to say, what was his name? The last one for Dylan. What was his last character in the first campaign?
Oh, Baraka.
That was the most funny one for sure.
But what about the origin story though?
Oh, the origin story? I don't really think there was very many interesting arcs.
I really like Rav's arc.
Rav's arc was good.
Yeah.
I loved Miss Madam Merkel.
That was so interesting. It came out. It feels like it came out of nowhere. But
yeah,
so interesting.
But that whole adjusting to society and the connections she built with Merkel and all that. It was really good. I really liked that. I really like the
and the mechanics you used from the game to kind of back that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
And then the last episode, I'm not ready to be leader.
Yeah,
we should all do a group suicide. No, Raph, I don't think that's what he wanted.
But yeah, other than that, we were pretty vanilla in the origin story as far as it goes. Now we all know what we were in the one after, but
I don't know. I really liked your mustachioed adventures.
Yeah, but they're way more interesting in the second one.
They are, but it was a great build up.
Yeah, I was about to say it built up to what you've become.
Rav's was very interesting, but yours was very in sync with how the first campaign went.
Yeah, and also the passion for cooking,
where that came from.
I was happy to be able to tie that in.
Yeah, I really liked how that worked out too, because it did. And this Rasputin's death was just the little cherry on top.
Yeah.
His last words to use, like, to inspire you to become the chef that you could be.
You know, and it seems so funny in the original campaign. Everybody, what are you doing? Like, you're cooking all the time. But it makes sense now.
I do like the build-up of you being the leader, fastly progressing instead of slowly progressing like you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that did surprise me. It was just like first session. It was pretty much established.
I mean, it was set up that way. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Like,
well, and a lot of that probably has to do with like all the players themselves, like knowing that Derek's in charge. So
Yeah.
But too, I imagine too, like, because I'm always interested in like what happened before Waterdeep, before Cat, before Hunter, and like at what point did Bartholomew and Ravarakis and Derek come together like as a trio, and what could have
I think that Derek, didn't you meet Ravarakis like at the swamp?
Near the swamp.
Near the swamp, and then
I mean, my backstory originally was that I was kind of a forest wanderer.
I mean, you come rolling in,
and I think we discussed that at some point in time I was near the swamp, maybe not in the swamp, but near it.
Yeah.
But that kind of adds that Rav's dark secret about her tribe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just still have to talk to her about. Yeah, because there's some options there. So.
I don't know if that was like she was on the run from something, and that's where we met.
Right.
Upon finding out she was a cleric of Merkel, that would have piqued my interest. Not to mention the fact she's an 8-foot tall lizard.
Yeah.
Can't really look away from that.
He's down to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a little trust between Rav and Bartholomew as well. Like, you know, I assume we met at a tavern, and we probably hung out a good bit before we decided to become adventurers, and so there was a little bit of
before we decided
a little background there.
Forsake the wilderness for the big city.
Yeah.
So I mean, naturally, I think Derek would have to be kind of in charge of that, because like, I don't think Bartholomew has any like. He was tied up in the tavern. Like, his head was there. Like, despite all the adventuring and all the money we could make and all this stuff going on, I really wanted to make Trollskull Tavern a big thing in Northport. Yeah.
I was quite disappointed in the end. Like,
having to leave it behind.
Yeah, I mean, I was invested in that too. I mean, I sunk a lot of the group fund into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decorating and protecting and refurbishing,
rebuilding,
and refurbishing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I mean, we got a good crew.
Eventually,
we survived. we survived that terrible. It wasn't a terrible review, really.
No, it was a terrible review.
Was it though?
That was a pretty bad review.
Yeah.
It was under the bus. Was that Gaxley, or was that the one?
That was
Gaxley.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty bad review to come out our first week. Like, if we had been already up and running and someone did a review like that, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
But it was a bad review and bad timing.
But we saved
And I'm glad that he got incinerated.
Yeah.
I wonder how that
I'm
ever
just gonna throw
happened.
that here. I hate a murder buzz.
But yeah, I mean, that was my whole thing. Pretty much was, you know, Derek had the plan. Rav was, you know, she. You know, she was the. What's the word I'm looking for? She was the voice of reason.
She was the lizard lie detector.
She was the lizard lie detector, right?
We need zone of
She
truth.
could like hear heartbeats and shit. Like.
One character development I really like is the chief. What was his name? for the town guard.
Barnabas?
Yeah.
I hated that fucker.
The more we did for the town, the worse we looked. And then we had people back us up. He goes, I'm still watching you. What we did?
He was a little dweeb.
And it's like,
We should have killed him.
and the funny thing is, Hunter's just sitting there like, literally, what did we do? I wasn't here for.
I mean, he was the Barney Fife of Waterdeep.
There's the Barney Fife of Waterdeep. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, he found out, or had, no, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew we took that guy out,
Yeah.
but had no proof.
Yeah.
And
You
even though
guys had teamed up with the cast lanterns to help hide the evidence at that point too. So
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
and even though he got onto our trail too late because we were doing all the good stuff then, or relatively good stuff.
Yeah.
But just the fact that it never wavered, that he was just like, no, I know you're up to something. Like, really, I'm not.
We just helped you.
City's under attack. I don't believe you. Go check it. I don't care.
Fine, just throw us in the cell like you're going to anyway.
Blood Mist Hunter had an interesting question. That's I don't know if he caught that episode, but that's exactly what was going on.
Well.
No.
Yeah, well, because he was reading your minds. Barnabas was reading your minds to like.
I mean,
He was plucking out thoughts that you, stuff you'd already done. What Blood Mist is talking about is if like someone was using, like, future knowledge to
right. Okay.
arrest you for some shit that you haven't done yet.
I mean, there's the same result, but yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad for a prophet of the Golden Company. Because even the Golden Company does not see half the shit that you've done.
But
yeah, we were pretty well behaved, I would say.
Well, those two characters, or those two NPCs, were just like, it was just fun to have them on retainer and just throw them in whenever shit couldn't possibly get worse. And just have them on deck.
Yeah.
to take it to the next level, because like even when you guys were at the rounding up all the monsters, you come out of the sewer and like the first thing you see is fucking Barnabas, and of course like everything's already just like hectic enough. You can see him, he's like, oh, I saw you.
I'm like, shut up. Tired of your shit.
And eventually he had to come and acknowledge that, you guys
Did at least one thing good.
did at least one thing
And
good.
he told everyone. That had to burn.
Now, I think that was the head of the city guard.
True.
But he had to sit there and watch.
As we had conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so like favorite and least favorite NPCs?
Black Viper is my least favorite.
Oh,
I love the arc. I loved it.
Well,
But I knew she was going to stab us in the back at one point.
No, how did you know?
Ready for my list? Stole from me. You took an arrow for her and, oh, I love you. Well,
Okay, exaggeration. But go ahead.
so we have both those. Lied to the person above her who is definitely good. So therefore, I knew she was
We're
obviously
mixing player
bad.
knowledge with character knowledge here.
No.
You didn't know that. Your character did not know that.
Yeah, actually he did.
I did know she stole from me because she's the only one in town with purple eyes.
Are you talking about the
stone? She stole the stone.
She confiscated.
And I knew.
she was disguised as a guard then? She confiscated it.
As for knowing she betrayed who's above her is for the pure fact that she had no idea she was doing all this. When I
he was working for Avery. So.
Who I knew was a good person, so therefore.
Well, says the man who betrays the group.
In fairness, I did what was good for everyone.
How?
I kept y'all alive just in case. Well, you, I thought was dead already.
He gave up on you.
Well, yeah, so, So that was your least favorite
That was
NPC?
my least favorite.
Who was your favorite?
It's even though the betrayal came Rasputin. You had all those moments with Claire. You had all the times you came out there and almost attacked any of us for just going to the kitchen.
Yeah.
He's the random accent of the week.
Yeah, hands down, Rasputin was my favorite as well. And my least favorite would probably have to be. I didn't really like Jarl Axel that much, but he wasn't my least favorite. That fucker from the Wazoo, what was his name again? The first one?
Gaxley?
Gaxley. Yeah.
That was your least favorite?
Yeah. He fucked me over big time. Like, he put words in my mouth.
He did a little editorializing.
Yeah.
Took some information you gave him and, constructed a pleasing narrative for his readers.
He made it spicy for the view.
And he ultimately paid the price.
He did pay the price. So that was satisfying, though. Yeah. What about you, Terry? Well, who's your favorite and least favorite?
Oh, who was your favorite?
Oh, definitely Rasputin.
Oh, Rasputin, yeah.
I mean, I love that man. I almost cried when...
Betrayal.
Oh, man.
I was going to let him live, and then here comes Cat.
Yeah,
and
Shish kebab.
56 points, Sneak attack, bitch.
Yeah, she destroyed
She destroyed him.
Like, I'm pretty sure she crit, didn't she?
You see, crit.
Yeah.
And still attacked with her offhand and like rolled super high.
Just make sure he was dead.
I mean, I even stopped the offhand. I'm like, he's
that's
fucking
right,
dead. Let the man be, please. But yeah. What about you, Terry?
I don't know. I was a big fan. So, ones I didn't like.
Oh wait, I have to add kind of one more. That old bitch that owned the submersible or the.
I loved her. She was nice.
I don't remember her name.
Glenda. Or no, something like that.
Grinda, maybe.
Grinda?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked her.
Why?
Just because, like, that whole thing was like.
You remind me of my husband.
She was just fun.
Get off my chair.
She was kind of like a senile, but very dangerous.
Little did we know.
Well, we don't. Well, yeah, we can assume that she was an intellect devourer then.
After we had
After
to kill
the
her.
connection with the hunter and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my least favorite.
Yeah, because you saw one, like you killed her and then one popped out.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
But because put together two and two, the fact that she was so attracted to Hunter.
No one's tried to die.
unless they have their mind eaten by another brain with legs.
Hey, now, I had a little bit of charisma.
You may have had charisma, but you did not play it like you had charisma.
I only played it with animals. It made no sense. I could walk a pole bear out of town, but damn it, I cannot make anybody like me.
You can't convince a beggar to take a gold.
And then there was that little kid with the frog. He didn't make many appearances, but I kind of liked him too.
The kid with the frogs.
He's an entrepreneur at heart. I liked him.
For 500.
Wasn't that the one he sold? What did he sell? Was it celery to Ravarakas?
No, that was the
guy.
fruit vendor.
Oh, okay,
The
yeah.
fruit vendor from the
No, when I was walking around looking for a creature that could detect the intellect devourers, I found the frog that reacted, and I gave the kid a gold if he could go find a jar for it. And then the next day, he's out there selling these frogs. I mean, way to pick up on a trend. I mean,
yeah.
he's going to go far in life. I think
Well,
he is.
you know what? It was an outrageous price. Like I had to talk him down.
Well, because he had set the standard.
He set the standard.
Yeah. For a gold
He
and a
took
frog.
it to the extreme. And
I was in for the contract
take your
meeting.
frog to the fucking dock ward. We don't want them here for that price.
But you still paid, what, 5 silver a piece for him?
I paid too much, but not near what he was asking. I mean, we didn't need the frog.
You end up buying.
And you still give half to the kitchen.
Yeah, you ended up buying a crate of frogs from him that you didn't need. That kid's going places.
No, we needed the majority of those frogs for the menu.
We couldn't get frog legs off the menu for 3 months.
But yeah.
Yeah, that kid's something special right there.
Well, that was also the same kid that sent my letter off to Esley too.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised it ever made it. He could charge you extra.
But he was fun.
My least favorite, in actuality, would have had to have been Barnabas.
Barnabas, yes.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I hated Wilfred.
Just stands across.
Oh yeah.
He never really did anything. That condescending attitude, I hated it. And my favorite would have to be Dabble. Of all of our adventures, he's the only one that didn't try to rip us off or change the deal or shaft us. And, you know, if I asked him something that he wasn't willing to do, he just said, nope, not going to happen. But still helped us out,
Right.
nonetheless.
He's
So,
straightforward knows.
as far as Derek is concerned, I mean, Dabble's a friend for life.
Well, we returned the favor as well. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't like
Yeah, you guys
there
have
was
really-
no question when we were asked to clear his name. We were like, we all jumped on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a really like good reciprocal relationship with the with him in particular, and he's part on a broader stroke. He's part of the Zentarum or whatever, but
Right.
but I think you guys just had a really good relationship with him.
Yeah.
And so he was using his connections to help you guys out without you guys having to submit to the Zentarum as an organization.
Oh wait, hold on. I have to go back. My least favorite is not Yarlak, or who did I say? Well, I can't remember his name. That's how the guy that did the review.
Oh,
Gaxel.
Gaxley.
Gaxley. I can never remember that. My least favorite NPC was fucking the Bard.
Quasar?
Which one? Quasar.
Quasar.
I thought Bartholomew and Quasar like came out
No.
as
Really?
friends at the end.
Explain how you thought that.
When you're standing there with your bow and he's like holding on to you, I was
Hold on.
Didn't you guys have a moment where you like
when I
acknowledged
reappeared
that, like,
in the next to the dragon, and he was like, "When?"
No, didn't you guys have like a moment where you I could have sworn there was like a moment where you guys had where you acknowledged that he was
He was a good bard. There's no.
he was a good bard. Maybe that was it. I thought there was a moment between you two.
I gave him a little credit once, but I still hate
It
him.
felt like there was a moment when it was the two of them when he first came back and Quasar, you like acknowledged his skills. He was like, "Aren't you a spellcaster or something like that? Can't you do something about this?"
Yeah, then he failed.
And then he failed, and then he became a cowering little. Like there was a brief glimmer of hope that you would respect him, and then it was instantly dashed.
And he wanted to go everywhere with us, but he would never follow instructions.
Like when we were in the sewers and he was like, I don't want to go in the sewers, then don't. Flies over the sewers.
Or when we were getting the submersible, and he just like
Talks to the crew.
just walks right on the ship.
And that helped indirectly.
It did help, but he didn't know it. He didn't know it would.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, that was good fun. He could have definitely been a little bit more messy.
Now, if he hadn't succeeded in pushing me to the ground at the party, maybe we could have got along a little better. But
Hey, 'cause you tried to get him back twice?
Yeah,
and
no.
failed both times.
I think that's what did it for me. Like, I wanted to just rip his head off.
Yeah, because you tried to push him down at the thing in the bar or whatever, and you crit miss or something.
Mm-hmm.
You just, it's like send him off sailing into the sky.
Send him off sailing in the sky. But anyway.
Losser was another interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
Losser, yeah. And I guess he's still out there, is he not? Like he didn't meet an end or anything, did he?
Not by our hand, but
Okay.
I can't imagine he can continue to operate the Waterdeep for very long.
Right. So, yeah.
Or if that magic is going to burn him out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you said he was already starting to look pretty rough. And I know that was mostly a Rav interaction, but I didn't want it to get missed.
We should ask Manny if she's watching.
Yeah, she was on here earlier, but
Well, we can talk about her stuff too, because
well, there was that one NPC. That was funny as shit.
which one?
The one that lived in the tower.
Losser.
Oh, was that
That's
Lawson?
Losser, yeah, that was Rav's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Don't follow Adora.
Big Losser.
I'm just picturing him with one of those things on his head still.
Yeah, I think Losser. I think we have potential to see Losser again at some point. Like,
Oh,
I think-
really?
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
That would be interesting. But I mean, just the interactions with Rav were just so
So
cringe-worthy.
cringy.
I mean, it
I loved
was.
it though.
He was creepy.
Well, especially once we painted him as Big Ed from
Yeah.
from 90 Day Fiance.
It was so great to see something that unnerved Rav. Like there's monsters and dead bodies, but there's this little halfling and she's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Would you like to schedule an appointment?
But she was so good with the Castellaners kids, though. Like
That was great too.
Anti-Rav for the win.
That's what a dragon looks like.
Anti-Rav, yeah. So funny. Like with the first interaction with the cannons, like every time.
You see some kids in the hallway, I'm chasing them. What? No!
Yeah. I think my favorite NPC to play. I think I had a really good time playing, or not even. Well, I really enjoy Amalia Castellan. I think is a wonderful villain, and like I really enjoyed her presence. Like even when she wasn't directly involved in a situation, like just existing out there is a thing.
That overarching dread.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a great villain.
I thought she was a really good villain. I love Jarl Axel. Like Jarl Axel is so.
Yeah, no, I mean,
And he wasn't crazy involved, I don't think, with this story. But he as a character, he's
Very rich in details.
and he kind of he's a certified badass, but he's like in that case it kind of gives him this freedom to sort of I guess be be kind of a trickster, like he kind of has this trickster kind of mode to him, but and he's just kind of standoffish, and I don't know, there's something I really like his character, even though he didn't really do a whole bunch of stuff involving this.
Yeah, we tried to avoid him.
Yeah, and successfully.
There's another one that could come back. I mean,
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. And what's crazy is later on to connect this to the future campaign. Later on, you kill one of his guys.
from the what were they
From
called?
Luskin.
What was their
Brigandar.
Brigandar.
Yeah, you kill one of his guys. The guy that was posing as Captain Kurt or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you kill one of his guys later on. So
yeah, he's got to come back. Yeah, that's cool. That'd be interesting.
All for a Moonblade.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
But I feel
which you didn't even get to use until until maybe like the last episode.
But I feel like the very last moment
Didn't even
of,
really get to
of
use
the
it.
campaign kind of painted a picture for the original.
Speaking of which, we might have to redo that because I think we did it wrong. We did it rushed.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
we're like trying to figure out the stats in the middle of the
riding
game.
out of Waterdeep, and it's like, well, here we are, we're broke. We got
Not so rogue. You have 10,000 gold apiece.
That'll be gone. The
Yeah,
next
I mean,
day.
obviously it's gone by the time we pick up with the normal thing.
But it set the tone, like, you know, like we all just kind of look at each other, turn up our skins. Oh well,
Yeah.
you win some, you lose some.
Living is a win.
Yeah,
Living is
Most
a
of
win.
the time.
But I kind of like the fact we walked away from Troll Skull Manor sets the precedent in the original campaign that we just don't bother acquiring stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a very live in the moment.
That was a dream crusher.
Yeah, like that's like why work so hard for something when you just kind of leave it behind sometimes.
Yeah.
Until
We get the castle.
until you get the deed for the castle, and then it's like you guys you can't stop, you can't help but turn the wheels and like
Yeah.
And it's so funny because Bartholomew took up residence in the kitchen. I slept in the cupboard. Like,
Yeah, you went straight to the kitchen.
oh god, it makes so much.
So yeah, that makes I can't remember the name of the place now.
Oh, I can't either.
But that kind of makes it for Derek a bit of a redemption.
Yeah.
what, getting the castle or.
Getting the castle back
Well-
up and running and stuff like that.
Well, and it's also I could see it like in his mind maybe being because the problem with Troll Skull wasn't wasn't what it was where it was, right?
Yeah.
So, like now it's like you get this castle in the middle of a swamp. It's like nobody's coming to fuck with us here. I mean,
Exactly.
obviously they do, but like but nobody's coming to fuck with us here. Like we are lords of our own dominion.
Mhm.
in
I
this-
mean, we
this
had a
place,
goat
so.
farm, like.
Well, the Cyclops did.
Yeah, Cyclops.
That's Hunter.
So I love seeing that connection to that. Like you're saying, it's a really cool setup for,
Yeah.
Totally.
to see where the where the origin was for that kind of desire.
Come to think about it, that's a cool kind of connection there because we've got all those lizard folk living right outside. But Rav really hasn't connected with them much.
Mhm.
Like everybody else is having interactions with the lizard folk. But Rav.
Yeah.
Well, there was two different tribes, right? Like
Oh, there was the
opposing
frog
tribe?
people and the
Oh,
lizard
right,
people,
the
yeah.
frog people,
Yeah.
right?
We didn't stage a rebellion or anything. Or slavery for the frog people.
No, we totally did that. They got freed by demonic frogs, so I am not going to pursue that one again.
Didn't we feed the frogs or something?
Probably multiple times.
I mean, we fed the lizard people whatever was from standby. So.
But you're suggesting that there's a reason why Rav doesn't want to get close to the
Yeah.
to the lizard folk again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting.
That is
I didn't know
that is completely unintentional, especially since we just realized
that. Yeah.
or just brought up the possibility. It's not a fact yet, but just brought up the possibility that something happened to Rav's original tribe.
Yeah.
But just now thinking about the castle, I realized that like I set up like a warlock temple or a warlock shrine, and I'm trying to get people trained as warlocks, and Braca was training fighters and clerics and all, and paladins and stuff like that. But
I was betting witches. And
but Rav wasn't having much interaction with the lizard folk at all.
Yeah. Well, and it might have something to do too with Rav's. Was pretty keyed in to getting that tower. The tower.
Yeah. That quest for Merkel was very central to it. But, I don't know. Interesting. I don't know if it plays into it, but just
Yeah, I'm
something
gonna
I
go
noticed.
there just in case. That's something we can investigate later. Axel. Oh yeah. So the other thing too is like, and we've kind of touched on a couple of these characters. The loose ties. I mean, Losser, I guess, is a loose tie.
Mm-hmm.
Castlander, obviously. It's really interesting that the Castlanders were turned out to be the main villain, pretty much, but, like, there was no showdown with the Castlanders, so...
Yeah, but would she ever leave, or her family ever leave Waterdeep?
Like, would she ever leave Waterdeep?
Yeah, would we come across her, like, happenstance, like, outside of Waterdeep, or...
Well, we did have her husband saying he was vowing revenge, so I'm surprised he hasn't showed up yet.
Well, I don't know... Oh, go ahead.
In my mind, I mean, she's got this deal with Asmodeus. It was the kids, or.
Yeah.
We took the kids out of the picture. So now they have to complete the or. And that's going to be their main priority. So, I mean, the fact that they haven't messed with us yet could just be...
They're finishing it up.
They were finishing their deal before they can distract themselves.
Well, and they're of a certain nobility and stature where they don't have, like... They wouldn't necessarily have to leave Waterdeep to fuck with you guys, so, like...
Yeah,
we've had more than one assassin come after us.
Yeah. They
one specifically for Rav.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a lengthy read.
Ooh, yeah, interesting. I have to look back at that and see what that's about. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Big cool connection. Yes, the Castlanders are like a loose tie.
Jarl Axel.
Jarl Axel, kind of a loose tie. Him taking the children. The children are the loose tie in that situation to me. Like what's going to happen to them? I totally want to work them into something in the future. Obviously.
Is Sploon a loose tie?
Sploon became less important over the. And I totally forgot about this, but at some point he was kidnapped by Williford, right?
Well, no, he wasn't kidnapped. He was recruited.
Oh yeah, we just never.
Because he was walking down. Flynn was walking down the alley, walking down the street, going, "Fuck the Golden Company." And then Wilfred comes out and says, "Oh, really?"
And I just never really addressed again. I didn't need to. I think we'd rocketed past anything that could happen there. So kind of came a moot point, I guess.
I replaced him.
Well, and I guess the Castlanders' ability to actually just get to where you guys were was hampered by some things you'd already done before. So, and you guys took care of, like on the last episode, you guys took care of their spies, and then you'd already had the wards in place over the tavern. So,
Yeah.
So it insulated you from.
I thought it was fantastic. The entrance was in the basement of the
The whole
Can you even believe that?
time we could have done it.
But, I mean, that was just. Well, I mean, we didn't have the keys to get past the first door, but the fact that that's. Yeah. And that look from Eswally when she opens the door.
Yeah, we were right by when we were torturing.
When you had to put me in the crate, we had the guy tied up.
We probably had that your crate right up against that wall.
Rav was probably using it for storage. And
like, all the money to get you resurrected was just a couple 100 feet below you.
I'm not sure. Looks like he's talking about he's making some kind of homebrew race or something like that.
Oh, sweet.
But what was he saying? Attack around how it's just word. I think it's reaction or reaction. If I remember to take damage that reduces their HP to 0, you can take double damage. Oh, I have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, it's big, handy, and terrifying at the same time.
But but other loose ties. Are there any other loose ties?
Well, I think we did everything Blackstaff wanted.
I mean, I think so too.
Silverhand let us go, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And was quite fair with the payment, so.
Which we were talking the other night for Derek in that moment, like about affecting his sort of about the fairness, I guess, of a deal.
Well, not the fairness, just the respect that can be garnered by honoring the deal at all costs. After all of this stuff with everyone, to have Silverhand actually go above and beyond our original deal would have been a moment of clarity for Derek. That would probably lead to his, well, we made a deal philosophy.
Yeah.
Reinforce that. I kind of like that was a moment with Silverhand. What else do we have here?
So in the future campaign, we visited Waterdeep one time.
Yeah, you guys got in and out.
So far.
Yeah.
We just kind of got in and out. We hit the black
market.
market.
No, it wasn't just in and out. You had a whole quest there, too. You went under... Yeah,
we hit the black market.
You went to the black market. You had to get that chain from the mausoleum and the City of the Dead.
So we need a future in a future campaign. We need to revisit. So at least we can.
Well, I think we've gone to the black market twice, but we never surfaced on those trips.
Right.
Like we went in from some sewer entrance outside,
mm-hmm.
and then you had the whole Braca.
That's
the
right.
Golden Company
at the
front gate. I wasn't there that
night. Everyone turns to Braca and is like, "Well, you've got the highest charisma. You go do something." He's like, "We're the Golden Company." Immediately got arrested.
In fairness, I do like the idea that Kat is the reason we even had the ability to go to the black market. Because she stayed behind to kill Hunter. That was her quest.
I would really enjoy that connection. That she does become the queen of the black market.
Yeah. And that she killed Hunter.
That remains to be seen. But that might be why he never comes out of goat form.
He's still hiding from Cat.
The Hunters can only protect me so much.
Exactly.
He's hiding from Cat as a goat.
When you sent me to the fire,
which was one of the few forms you never took.
I was a crocodile, I was a shark, I was everything under the boat. But yeah, I like that connection, and then we might not have seen Hunter, we might have, I don't know, but I like the whole idea that Kat was the reason we could sneak in there. Maybe we met one of her lackeys from her black market.
Oh, definitely. She wouldn't be the one to come open the door for us.
We're not going to talk about it. Here you go.
I just hope that we can revisit Troll Skull Manor at some point. If we can get back up.
That would be great.
Yeah.
It will require disguise and stuff.
Yeah.
Other places in Waterdeep we might be able to blend in, but we can't walk into Troll Skull and look at
our picture on the wall.
I love that we befriended the ghost.
Yeah.
In Troll Skull.
Yes, that was really early on too.
He kind of faded away towards the end.
Well, his involvement, but like he was kind of always just in the background, like
Well, he was satisfied too. Like he was really restless when we met, and through our efforts.
But there was just so much going on. It was just like the tavern eventually just kind of like just take care of yourself. There's just so much shit going on. I think we had to devote all our screen time to the 12 was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the ghost, and I thought that was really good, a really good start for you guys too, like making an ally of the ghost, and instead of just going the route of like just trying to straight up get rid of it.
Exercise it.
Yeah.
That stupid cat.
Well, he was there first.
I mean, I just don't know if I can harm a ghost that died from a ham sandwich. That's just insult added to injury. I mean, really.
A ham sandwich.
Of all the things we could have said.
Loose ties. Yeah, I mean, Yagra's still out there somewhere. That assassin's still out there somewhere.
I don't know what I would say. Where we're at now in the future, I don't know what the hell I would say to Yagra. Like, so much time has passed. Like, I would probably just
So many.
When you saw her on the street, you just
try to avoid her.
I don't. After all you've experienced, I think you would probably be overwhelmed with nostalgia of a simpler time. Like the only thing you had to worry about from a woman you were sleeping with is her whipping your ass.
I mean,
because the women you're involved with now could do so much worse.
Change the color of your hair, remove your hair, make the smell of your hair.
yeah,
You into
right
a random animal, steal your soul. I mean,
where I'm at now, I'm done with women. Like,
no, you're so.
No, you're not. Next powerful woman.
yeah, strange, unusual, powerful women.
Unusual, powerful women. That's a type.
Yeah, that's my type, but
that is a type right there.
I don't know. That was a lot.
I mean, because you kept saying you were done with the hags, and you kept going.
You just found another.
But no, okay, seriously. I was taking one for the team, dude. Like,
Yeah, okay, you took more than one for the team.
You did.
And then even after it was over, you just kept taking it for the team.
well, it becomes an addiction.
Well, we went there.
Blood Mist says he feels that on a spiritual level.
Yeah. But yeah, no, who knows? I would have to be face to face with Yagra to know how I would respond.
Oh yeah, I understand. But I imagine that that's one scenario.
I mean, in Bartholomew's mind, they are dear friends. But I don't know if Yagra was the same.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how she feels. I'm sure we'll see her again at some point too.
I'm going to welcome her with open arms. I know that much.
She's a sweetie pie. I mean, for a 7 foot tall, half orc or however tall she is. She's
I know she got the 7. She was 6+, I think.
And she's a big girl.
Yeah,
Big.
she's a badass too.
Yeah.
Like that first fight in the tavern, like.
Like versus the troll.
Yeah, that's when I first got hot and bothered. Like that was pretty exciting.
Take Blood Mist says take orc girlfriend back.
Well, we'll see. Tune in.
I don't know, and you've already gone
Oh yeah.
so far into the weirdness.
I've
Like,
gone so far.
That's one thing. It'd be more of a nostalgia. It's like that's my normal girlfriend.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In comparison to everything else, that was the normal sweetheart of my youth.
Yeah. Oh, and then we'll probably see Esvely again sometime too. Speaking of which.
I don't look forward to seeing her again.
I
Yeah.
probably won't speak to her.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was secretly.
Quasar. There's always a chance to see Quasar again.
Maybe Esmely was secretly that woman in the hot tub, like.
Secretly
Anne
the one
Grey?
in the hot tub.
Anne Grey.
Yeah, Anne Grey. Oh, she. Yeah, okay.
Well, it's a possibility. You never did see Esmely naked, so.
No, never got that opportunity.
Did you not?
No.
Yeah.
No, you guys. Were we
Oh,
faded?
we
We
did,
faded to
yeah,
black.
we did,
Yeah.
yeah, we faded to black once.
Ah, I missed that.
Yeah. Like right before the heist.
No, yeah, after she took the
Oh, okay.
damage.
What did I come back to? Oh, we're reminiscing about all Bartholom's
Great loves.
great loves.
And how Yagra ends up being the normal girl from his past compared to all the others since then.
How far in the future is Golden Company from the prequel? I don't know. Unspecified. Whatever we need it to be.
Yeah.
Whatever we need it to be.
However long it takes to level up while hammered.
What level were we when we left off? 11?
I think so. About 10 or 11 or
10.
12? 10?
10.
Because I'm 14. I was because of the card. I was 4 levels.
Oh, that's right.
You drew the sun card, didn't you? Yeah, I love that card. I drew it in another campaign.
And the one that boosted my charisma, so
Yeah.
it was a double win for me. Which is why I'll never touch that deck again. I don't even play poker anymore.
You say that now, but if it comes up, you'll.
No. I have seen the horrible things that happen, and can only imagine there's something worse out there.
Oh, you guys had to break Rav out of heaven.
Oh, that one's been drawn 3 times. That and the death card.
It's crazy how often the stone gets drawn, like in our points games and stuff. Like, it's happening a lot.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if you're like stacking the deck. Like,
There's some other cards I'd like to try.
Speaking of which, we should plug that.
Which thing?
The points game coming up.
The points game. Yeah. Next week we'll be doing that. We'll be doing the points games. So, I don't know. We've talked about a couple of deaths already, but is there a best death in the Origin?
I don't think any of them were good.
What about Hunters?
Which time?
I mean,
No, Hunters was just kind of done.
The first time. Night.
no. I mean, I wanted to kill him. I was robbed.
What's up, dude? You're so
You could have shot me through the window.
mouthy today. You're so mouthy.
I just feel like that cut would have disappeared.
So,
I mean, the coolest death was Rasputin. Like, see.
Yeah, that was the most dramatic and movie-esque.
Like I'm hovering over him in total remorse and don't even know what to say, and then out of nowhere comes this dagger.
Well, let's not the S-Loon fight, where Hunter threw the fireball, because it wasn't just like back-to-back fireballs.
Yeah. Fireball.
Yeah, that was. I thought that was pretty interesting. Like just the way that was a really cool interaction. Like
I like the fact that Hunter finally had the chance to open up with his fireball. He's like, I've had fireball and I haven't been able to use it yet.
I had 3 sessions just waiting for a big epic fireball.
And then you got to use all your spell slots for fireballs.
I didn't even know you could. That you had fire. All I knew was there was a horse waiter at the every time I turned around. I'm like,
well, I even held back the fire weasel. I was like, I had to use my shifting ability so much. I was like, I don't have time to do this right now. And then I had to do it when the brain told me to kill all of you.
Yeah, it's hard to play a fire druid in Waterdeep.
There's so many arson laws, it's not fair.
Arson is punishable by death.
yes.
I feel like I can't even light a candle without a permit in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
we didn't really kill a lot of people. There wasn't a lot of deaths, really. None.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't.
Not substantial. There's plenty of flunky deaths.
I mean,
yeah. There's S-Loon. There was
Well, there was that one guy we stashed in the crypt.
Yeah. Well, there was that guy. Yeah.
That was pretty.
That was just
That was pretty epic. That was definitely a turn to the dark side of the company.
It was just like a favor to Rav, right? Like, it wasn't even like anything personal. It's just like Rav never asks for anything, and
She wants this guy dead. We're doing it.
Kills him, burns him, melts him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Stashes him in the Castle Lantern crypt, of all places.
Yeah, well, we didn't know it was Castellan's crypt.
No, we didn't, but it was so perfect.
Yeah.
It had to be.
Well, but we did specifically pick a crypt that had the dimensional
Right.
thing on that, and the Castle Lanterns definitely would have one of those.
Yeah. Agree.
yeah. then other than that, I mean, you just killed that devil worshipper, the one that was burning the stables down. I don't know if that was really memorable though, or too memorable. There was something cool about it, but I can't remember what it was.
The death wasn't memorable, but the noble sticking up for us was.
Mm-hmm. Sabra Villabronco.
Yeah, Sabra stepping up and keeping us out of trouble. That was definitely memorable.
Mm-hmm.
What was the biggest moment where we got our ass kicked the most? Like?
I think I won.
The fireball, really? The fireball.
The fireball in the room?
That sparked us up, dude. The first time I met Edwin.
What are you doing? Playing dead.
Yeah, that was great.
Of course, we were level 2 then, I think.
2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely not appropriate fireball.
It devastated us.
Yeah, you said episode 1. Yeah, you got killed and then taken over by a brain goblin.
Every single one of us almost died that day, but I did. Right off the bat. Then I had to
facing off that mind flare first fucking level. That was scary.
That was scary.
I was rolling so good that night.
At first level, it doesn't matter how low you roll.
I think everybody did. I think everybody mostly played that pretty smart. You got caught in you just got caught in a weird place and then took the brunt of some attacks.
I wanted to save Kat and somebody else. I just can't remember who.
Probably Floon.
Probably. And then all I know is down. All right, what's gonna happen? Oh, you wake up and you don't know.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, you got hit by. You weren't dead. You were just unconscious, which is what gave the intellect of our the opportunity, and you failed that save.
Yeah, I couldn't nab a single other person with that for the rest of the campaign.
Same.
Oh no.
So there's plenty of opportunities, but you guys got real effective at killing those little fuckers.
Yeah.
They became primary target. Yeah, I don't know how much time Derek would have spent researching these things, because these things suck.
Yeah, they did.
I think that was, as soon as we got out of the sewer, that was like my first quest.
Yeah.
What the hell is that brain thing, and what do we do about it?
Right. Yeah, and then when you guys actually went to fight Naloon, I remember just so many of them just everywhere, and you guys are just like systematically just popping them off the ceiling. I think somebody at some point had to make a roll at some point. Yeah, and they succeeded, which was good. But yeah, those little fuckers are stupid.
I hate those things.
Running across the wall, coming at us.
Even Naloon's death, I don't think Naloon's death was very it was just done.
Yeah.
Like he was just dead.
Well, we weren't hired assassins. We were and we weren't very powerful either. I mean, Eldritch Blast and Wild Shape and stuff, but I mean, we weren't really doing a lot of damage at a low. We were, pretty low level for
well, you weren't doing a lot of killing. I mean,
and that was the thing. We weren't doing a lot of killing.
Right.
It wasn't even in the job description for most of our missions.
Yeah, most times we killed it. It was just so we could get away.
Right.
Yeah. But there was it's interesting. So I guess none of the deaths really were super impactful. They were all just functional.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, none of us ever got to satisfy any of our vengeances except Rav.
Yeah. What are the vengeances?
Well, I wanted Wilfred and Barnabas.
Right, yeah. Well,
he wanted Quasar and Hunter.
Dude, I didn't want to kill Quasar. I just wanted to knock him on his ass.
Okay, so Quasar was we wanted to defeat on him.
I just wanted to show him who's boss.
Yep, and he still thinks it's him.
He does.
Yeah. And then, we've already talked about a couple things that kind of connect from this campaign to the next one. Is there anyone that we haven't talked about that are pretty interesting to you?
No, we covered Grab and the lizard thing.
Bartholomew and his many women.
And Bartholomew is cooking. And
What happens to Cat and Bundy?
Yeah.
yeah.
How you're the leader. If you like it or not.
Whether I like it or not. That's the key thing.
Oh, Eleanor and Rav. We haven't talked about that.
About their romance?
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely like.
It flourished throughout.
Yeah, and then by the end, I guess they were hand in hand.
Yeah.
So.
And they got married shortly after that, I think.
I guess so. I think they got married in like the second episode of Golden Company, like second or third episode of Golden Company.
It's so funny because Eleanor's this like 2 foot tall changeling, and Rav's this big. The most unsuspecting couple you'd ever see.
So the first episode of Golden Company, what was that? What job was that?
Wasn't that the wedding in the
I
mask?
don't think that was the wedding.
I think the first one was the hammer.
The hammer.
Oh, that's right. Sneaking into the fire cult place, right? Yeah.
I think that was where Bartholomew killed the priest.
No,
I didn't do that in episode 1.
No. That was the wedding episode.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because
What was the name of that hammer?
who was it? Who did we have? Oh no, it was one of the bandits pretending to be a priest that married Rav and
Eleanor.
Eleonora.
It was,
And then Eleonora married the 2 other dwarves that were already on their way there. And Wum was in the background crying.
It's so beautiful.
Whoa, I forgot about him. What a great character.
But yeah, the first one was the fire guys in the leather pants.
Yes, the leather pants. Yeah, the second one was the Lost Crown, which was the you guys went and got the thing.
Yeah, we
Where you
didn't.
mercilessly slaughtered that dude.
Yeah, we didn't stream episode 1.
Yeah, I think we recorded it, but we didn't stream it. So it's somewhere out there. It's on my computer.
But
We could
that
upload it.
that kind of went throughout a few episodes, I think. Orc Splitter was the hammer, right?
Yeah, well the third episode was Nettleby Ranch.
Oh, classic Nettleby Ranch.
Which is, I think, where we discovered a lot about the Golden Company.
Boy, I became a grandma puncher.
Yeah, you're punching halfling grandmas and children.
And
just
I destroyed the whole family.
you got stuck in the door and butter. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I wish we had better sound quality on it. I would love to revisit that, but I tried it. It's really really hard to listen to.
I think the first episode too is like when we were test recording it, and then I think the sound is just like.
Well, I think we were using phones
Screeching
back
shit,
then.
like it was-
We didn't have
to
cameras.
shoot it, yeah,
we
to
didn't
shoot
have
it.
cameras at that point, so.
So yeah. So then the fourth episode was the 4th, 5th, and 6th episodes were all to do with the Orc Splitter.
Yeah.
And that was the. You mentioned. I think that was when the assassin was coming after Rav, and then you guys met. What was his name? The guy.
One of my favorites.
Thurl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking
Thurl.
With the luscious locks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Thurl.
And Rav had the biggest crush on Thurl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
You guys got the Orc Splitter. And then
The Hidden Horde.
The Hidden Horde. I wonder what was that one about?
I don't remember.
There was one where was that the Horde Splitter? No, that was the one with Thor where they had to figure out the puzzle to open the temple.
Right.
I don't remember that one. I know that was before Golden Fields, which led up to our return to Waterdeep.
Right.
The Hidden Horde. Was that the River Bandit base? Where we met the Rakasha and
No, I think that was later, wasn't it?
that was before Golden Fields.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Okay, maybe
it
it
must
was.
have been. I can't quite remember too much about it.
Because that's where we went. I mean, that's where Wubbadub and Precious. That's where we lost them.
That's where we lost them. That's right.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
Yes,
Wait,
let's do.
our most view, like I think the most views we ever had was when Wubbadub was drowning himself in the bird, like right at that time. That's probably the most amount of views we've ever had.
And I'm still trying to fight his next character too for trying to come and save me.
Yes, that rivalry continued past those characters.
Yeah, and then after that's when we went back to Waterdeep and
But I think you guys at this point had somebody had traded you like a map to an unclaimed treasure, or like to a treasure hoard or something like that.
Yeah.
And you guys were on your way to get that at that point. I can't remember who gave it to you guys.
Who did give it to us? Was it the Rakasha?
Or no, was it the
Like he wanted help robbing the bandits and taking off with the ship,
Oh yeah, okay.
and he was going to pay us with this map.
Right. With this with this map to an unprotected dragon's hoard.
Right.
Right. And which sparked the journey south. Because then you guys went to Golden Fields. I can't remember. I think that was like. I can't really remember what happened in Golden Fields.
The water people attacked.
Yeah.
There was a great moment in it where we were all in the bar, and the water cult was attacking, and we were all just like, "Fine, we'll go take care of it."
Yeah, that was the one with the bartender, the super hairy bartender.
Did you did a makeover on him?
Meanwhile, like Ravarakis is out in the graveyard with the witch of the town or whatever, and talking about raising the dead for like the defense of the town and stuff, and then
Maxie got the second base with Thor.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. that weird romance.
But yeah, I remember the water cult attacked, and we were all, I think had been drinking, and you and I had both found bar winches, and we're getting ready to go upstairs.
Oh yeah, we went to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
We were told not to help the town guard though.
But then the town guard came in and was like, "Holy shit!" And we were just like, "Fine, we'll take care of it." Went out, defeated them, and walked back in. Like, all right, where were we?
And then it was Trouble in Waterdeep. That must have been the episode where you were here and Braca got everybody in trouble.
Where'd the golden go?
I thought that was a really good one too. Like going into the mausoleum and getting the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
The ghost of the grandfather or whatever of the.
Oh yeah, and then the necklace tried to kill him.
Yeah. He tried to kill him with the necklace. I can't. There was something too. It was a very interesting scene, I thought, like because you guys were just like, well, let him kill him or whatever, and I think his like mistress or whatever was like pleading for his life, and I can't remember if you guys actually helped or not.
Yeah. I think I cast a dispel magic
Okay.
to get him free of it.
Right.
Didn't remove the curse, but did enough to get it off of him.
Yeah, and so.
And then the next episode, ropes and ladders, that fucking bridge.
Yes.
Some ladders.
Oh my god, that fucking bridge.
What bridge?
The one.
The sections were out.
The sections were out. And it was,
Oh yeah! It was like falling.
And it was, it was like domino effect.
But
That's when you guys had Captain Bart, right?
yeah, and you got picked up by a giant eagle
Yeah.
and flown to the other side, but couldn't see anything.
Couldn't see in the dark. You're like fighting centipedes and like.
Yeah. Now the next episode is when I got the magic item, the goggles. Or like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, the next episode after that was the Green Dream, but that was the one where you guys were in the. That's when you guys got entangled with that forest thing.
Yeah.
With the war in the forest and fought the druid, and then that was a really cool episode too. I thought just the trying to figure out how to resolve the situation. You guys were like at some point you guys started chanting like let's start a war. Let's start a war.
Isn't that when y'all called me when I was at the beach?
Yeah, you were drunk.
Asking for my approval.
Yeah.
So whose side should we be on? Just kill everyone. Nick, are you drunk? Yeah. I was right then. Should have killed everyone.
And the next episode is where Rab went to heaven.
The deck of many things. Yeah, I think you guys.
Well, no, that wasn't the next.
Oh, was that the first? That was. Then we had
Because after that, we went to Thorn's hometown.
Right, and I think that was
yeah.
the Deck of Many Things episode. Because you guys.
Well, it was I don't know if it was the same episode or shortly there, or but yes, after Thorn, we met the druid and the 4 young dragons.
Yeah.
Cream
Yeah.
Puff.
Yeah.
Cusco.
Well, you guys. So you guys. Thorn had had the wish. Had the battered hilt, which had the wish on it. And you guys protected her from Captain Bart. Because I remember there was that moment where you were like walking, she was telling you guys like what she had and what she was going to use it for, and like you and Captain Bart had this moment, and you were like, "Don't you fucking
Yeah.
don't do it."
Don't.
Not this one.
No. And then he did.
And then he did, yeah. And then he did.
That's also where you met D'Artagnan.
Mm-hmm.
God, I had so many characters. I feel.
Well, the thing is we could have gotten 2 CD chants back. You were just like,
Yeah, you were just like, Wubba Dub, the Grimhorn Orphan Beater.
and
She deserved it. She called me fat, right?
threatened you with a rolling pin.
She had it come.
Oh, in fairness, I mean the Nettlebees were up to some heinous shit.
Yeah, they really were.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was also the Nelby Ranks. That was also the episode where you met Carl for the first time. You didn't know it was Carl. Though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was trapped in that mirror with us.
Yeah, he got trapped in the mirror.
That was pretty terrifying. And then after the Deck of Many Things was Rabarakis, and I don't remember exactly.
You guys had to go to heaven to break Rabarakis out.
That was when
and Maddie took up the role of Melvin Spelvin for the adventure.
Yeah.
Melvin Spelvin, that's right. That was great. Dwarven Heaven.
And maybe
And the book.
Yes, that was the episode where Braca exploded, right?
yeah.
I don't know if he exploded or just poofed.
Yeah, he just poofed and he was gone. And he woke up in the Warforged.
Yeah.
Fucking.
With a new Dwarven or Gnomish master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. And the Snowflake of Death.
The Snowflake of Death. Yeah, that thing was fucking you guys up. Maddie was getting mad. So every time she tried to do something.
Then we went to the swamp for the first time.
Yep, the swamp, clearing out the castle.
Because we had already received the deed to the castle.
Well, it's technically in 2 CD Chance's name.
Yeah, technically.
I mean, who would care?
So that was
It's not like they have picture IDs these days.
Right?
Yeah.
Any one of us could be 2 CD chance.
You have a person that can turn into CD.
So we basically met like all the lizards and all the frogs and
Yeah, I think there was something
The
you guys had
snake folk.
to clear it out, I think.
yeah.
I can't quite remember though.
We had to help the Cyclops.
Uh-huh.
Well, we didn't have to help the Cyclops. We just couldn't piss them off.
Couldn't touch a sheep.
No, after we cleared it out, that's when we moved into Castle Neratar and
Yep, there, Neratar.
Yeah.
And then we started having the nightmares.
started having the nightmares, right?
And then Bartholomew took care of that problem for us.
Wow. that was a fish layer.
Fish monster thing.
Those things are cool, man.
And her parasol of lightning bolts.
Yes.
And her little frogmen.
The little fish guys.
Those
The
little fish guys, yeah.
Kotoa or whatever.
Yeah. He was always stealing my ensemble.
So there was that. There was the trip to Luskin after that. At some point, Carl moved in, and you guys were trying to get the telescope to work again.
The host tower.
Yeah, you guys were trying to get like a part for the telescope.
That's right.
So you could.
We had to clear the castle out because we needed the telescope to find out when the alignment was
Right.
to raise the tower.
To raise the tower.
And Carl was already up there, and we were just like, "Hey, we don't mind if you stay.
Now
We might even bring you. We'll even bring you snacks."
Even bring you brains.
now the Genie King, was that the episode where we were?
So the journey to Luskin, the host tower, and the Genie King, and the Evil Eye, I think were all connected. I think they were all in the same location.
Yeah.
That's
where Braca got his steed and all that.
His steed?
Yeah.
Which one?
He had a bunch, like the slug.
I remember the snail and the lizard.
Yeah, the snail, the lizard. I think he even had a horse.
I can't remember the horse.
I don't think he ever got an actual horse.
Maybe not.
But this whole saga here, though, with you guys showing up in Luskin, there was like that's where you met Kurt or Captain Kurt. I think the first time he was hiring you to go and was it to get the blade?
Yes, because there was.
But you guys had a reason to go into the host tower anyway, because you were looking for specs on this part for the telescope.
Yeah,
because there was a library in there, and so that was a bunch of things happened in that tower. The fucking the green or the green room or the what would we call it? The greenhouse kind of thing. Where
the Wand of Wonder episode?
Yes, the Wand of Wonder. Where you guys were like, where like you're like just like limping away with Snug, and you're like, dude, we gotta get that wand. He's like, I know. Because Braca would not put down the fucking Wand of Wonder.
Oh my god.
When you end up in darkness in the middle of a firewall, you know something's wrong.
Well, who cast the firewall?
It helps.
He would use that Wand of Wonder every turn.
I know, he's like an 8th level paladin, and he's
wielding a wand.
I've got a Wand of Wonder here.
8th level paladin, and would only use the Wand of Wonder.
The Genie King. That's where I got that ring of air elemental command.
I think so. Or
I can't remember what that was.
I can't remember if you got it there or if that's where you finally took full control of it. Because because there was the green room or whatever the green room or whatever, and then there was that dude who was trapped in the room or the circle or whatever, and he's like, I'm a genie and I'll grant you a wish or whatever. And later you guys found out that he was
an Ifrit?
a demon.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd been
that Genie King. Didn't we just leave him? Did we just leave him in there?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah,
I think you were like, we don't need to fuck with that. So
Yeah, we were like, yeah, but as we were leaving, we all left to go do something. We were like, we gotta go take care of this first. We'll be back, and we didn't.
So he's still out there. But then there was the library episode where the books were like flying around all over the place, and some like the gravity I think had been reversed or something, or
Yeah,
there was some kind of levitation thing or something like that. Maybe the wizards were casting it on you, or the ghost. I can't remember exactly what was going on, but you were floating up in the air. Like a couple people were floating in the air, and Derek, with his immense strength
of 8,
Yeah.
was just holding everything down.
was
Yeah,
able to hold everything down.
Yeah, it was like a carnival.
And then that was right on the heels of the wizard battle was right on the heels of that, and you guys fucked those wizards up. And I think that was when one of them summoned
an air element.
an air elemental, and you were able to finally get full control of the ring.
That's a good day. I love that ring.
But then after that was the evil eye, which is the monster that was in the host tower. And I think that's where you guys were able to get the
Yeah, because he was using the Moonblade to power his experiments.
right. Yeah, because he was. I can't remember what his deal was, but yeah, he was like a wizard or something who had been trapped in this body of.
No, he was a wizard that found a way to turn himself into an intellect devourer.
Oh.
And possess clones.
Right. Yeah.
Because he had all the tubes with the special clones.
Right. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
He had the witch clone.
Yeah.
And the assassin clone.
And he was like body hopping
and fucking us up.
That's right. Yeah. What a cool episode. What a cool gimmick.
Because I think Bartholomew got sneak attacked. Because he hopped into the assassin one and basically raped right through the glass.
Somebody, I couldn't remember that it was Bartholomew. I remember somebody got fucked up. And poor you. That was the beginning of you not being able to get the sword from
Eleanora.
I had to borrow the amulet, which I needed. I need to borrow my own sword because I need it. It's like, alright, well, I guess I get nothing from it.
You shouldn't have used reverse psychology. Like, I don't want that sword anymore.
She would have just stabbed me with the sword. Is what she would have. Oh, you don't want it? Well, here you go.
And then after that was the house guest. That's when the goats came into the picture and that whole the garden and that was just that. There wasn't really much significant about that one, I don't think.
The house guests. What was that one?
That was when Nixia was playing with us.
Oh, well, she made people explode every time.
Yeah. There was that.
Yeah, because you guys had captured some people, right? And then
and she just like blew their
Spies
head
for the Lathander people.
Right, because the Lathander people had moved in adjacent to the swamp with the intention of coming to get you, and so they had sent out some spies. You guys had captured some spies. She exploded their heads, and then at some point they came to collect them, but I can't remember if that was.
Well, no, we didn't. Did we?
We had to explain it to them.
Did we capture the spies, or was they tied up with the demon?
No, we had them behind.
The
some
demon
kind of
had
makeshift bars that.
Yeah, no, but no. The demon did have a couple Lathanderites,
Yeah.
Lavenders, whatever you want to call them.
And next year was stealing all our fucking food, like.
Yeah. Especially your salt.
Nixia.
Oh, my salt! I forgot about that.
Nixia. That was so great when she let
She let the goats out. Oh, that was great.
Because I think you guys had control of the situation, and then here she comes in with these goats, and then boom.
Yeah, that was fucked.
That was great.
And I stepped in front of a goat because Braca was going to swing on it, and I'm like, no, don't kill the goat, because I was thinking it piss off the Cyclops.
Right.
And then it turned out that they were
not even sheep.
they weren't even goats.
Yeah, that's where Braca got the snail steed.
No, that's in the next one, the Vault of the Great Khan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The labyrinth and all that.
But I don't even think that battle had happened yet, because I think there's an episode down here, Gold Fist, and I think I'm not too sure. I can't quite remember what the timeline is here. But there was the Vault of the Great Khan, which I was
The battle with the goats and Goldfist would have been after the vault.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because when we came back from the vault, we used a plane shift or something like that to get back, and we actually created that ring in the courtyard.
Yeah.
That we decided this is the designated teleport zone.
Yeah.
Because Rav got the staff of the traveler or something that allows her to teleport. So they're like, just don't put anything inside this stone circle.
Right.
And I remember that circle was there when we fought Goldfist.
Right. So that battle was crazy. I mean, it was well managed. I think. God, that was crazy though, because like it wasn't. You guys were just hitting Goldfish with everything, and just like. I mean, it was pretty intense. I mean, he got pretty much to the tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but then he actually flew off, and I think he still bombed the. I think he still bombed the tower, and Carl.
He did, yeah.
Taking on both sides of the castle at once.
So
I remember we had to clean out the castle now.
yeah.
It was that ooze.
Yeah.
That was mimicking creatures.
That's right. That was what was in the tower, right?
Yeah, that's why the frog people, lizard folk, and snake folk were all there together.
We're all working together
Because it had taken over their leaders.
Right.
But the Vault of the Great Khan, that was the episode, probably the funniest moment in the entire campaign. Where Eleanor is like, well, we've all taken like several levels of exhaustion, and Eleanor's riding riding
3 or 4.
Yeah, Eleanor's riding Braca's steed, and Braca just walks up. Look, I know you're exhausted and everything, but can you please get the fuck off my steed?
Yeah, that was good. It had a good puzzle in it.
It had a dragon in it, right?
Had a dragon in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good puzzle. That was a really good puzzle.
It was like I remember the clip that came from that. Like when you guys like put it all together, it was really rewarding.
Yeah, that was a good prop too.
Oh yeah, that was one with the cards.
The cards.
Yeah, the cards and like which item like he told you guys a story. He told you guys the story, and then it was associated with which cards and stuff. So that was fun.
Oh, we found the Minotaur in the last room.
And the Minotaur, who could lead you around the maze.
And Snug performed his deed that got him promoted.
Yeah, Snug got a promotion.
Well, that was the next episode, but that was the first thing I did the next episode. But he saved the party after I had been banished or something. I ended up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Snug was awesome. He was a Green Dragon Knight or
Purple Dragon.
Purple Dragon
Knight. Yeah, he was. He was MVP most days.
Against certain people's will.
Which is so funny because he was Braca's like
minion.
He was outshining Braca in like every respect.
Consistently.
And then the next episode was Bartholomew's demise. Like it went downhill from there.
Sweet Auntie May. Yeah. Where you had your first. Was that your? Well, I don't know if you knew Vex was a hag at that point, but.
Yeah, I didn't know. That was when we met her. I didn't really have much. I didn't really talk to her. Rabarakis did most of the communicating on that one.
Yeah, but you did. You did some.
You sealed the deal.
You sealed the deal.
I took one for the team
with the hag. And then, and then after that was the Gold Fist attack, and then after that was the Sea Hag.
Yeah.
and the pirates from Luskan who had come in. And then after that was the raising of the Tower of Merkel.
Yep.
Which
was an epic fight. Like,
that was a crazy fucking battle. Fucking
that Dracolich and
the Dracolich and
Gold Fist. Yeah.
If we hadn't banished the Dracolich, I don't think that
that was so badass.
I don't think we would have.
You guys banished him, and then everybody prepped an attack for his return, and just destroyed him when he came out.
Yeah.
And then
I took the breath weapon for the team.
Yeah.
Like a champ.
And then the fight
was shit out of that.
Well, I had lightning. The elemental ring to be lightning resistant.
Right.
And he was blowing lightning, so I was like, "Shoot at me! Shoot at me!"
Yeah, that was a well orchestrated fight. I have to say.
Yeah, and then that wasn't even the end of it. You guys had to go up and fight Vex.
Yeah.
And
that damn shadow creature.
Yeah, the one you were wrestling.
Yeah. Everybody keeps trying to help me, and I can't. I'm in giant 8 form, so I'm
Vex.
Yeah.
I was getting low on health. You're like, high five me, health. Just
yeah, because you have vampire touch going.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Almost lost Cayman.
Almost, yeah. Yeah, 'cause she was going to resurrect some kind of dragon, and use his body as like a vessel for some dragon or something.
Mm-hmm.
So with that refresher, what's next for the Golden Company?
A little R&R, I'd say.
Even our future, we're saying.
Let's enjoy our castle.
Well, we're still working on the castle, especially considering Goldfist broke stuff again.
Yeah, we should rebuild. As far as if we kick it back off and rebuilding of the castle. We've got the lizard folks still, right? We lost the frog people, but we still have the lizard people.
Right.
Yeah.
So we can get them lined out.
We got the Blood Oaths to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. We got 2 Blood Oaths to deal with.
Because Rav has the one with May.
I have one with...
And D'Artagnan has one with Ursula.
Yeah.
And they're both after the Twin Crowns.
Which we could probably get them to work together.
Which may be...
I don't see how we can get them to work together.
Well, I'm going to...
Yeah, I'm just like,
Well, he is the one that would know more than us on this subject.
Well, I'm hoping...
They hate the other sister.
To be able... No, it's not about hate anymore. I'm hoping to be able to negotiate them and convince them that Vex was the whole problem. Because they're all convinced that the other 2 were against them.
right.
So I'm trying to convince them that, hey, obviously Vex was orchestrating all this because she wanted them for herself. And the Twin Crowns don't do any good if you don't have someone to use it with. So you 2 should... And hopefully take care of both Blood Oaths. Otherwise, sorry, D'Artagnan.
I respect that.
He's on a trial basis. He was on a time limit anyway.
Well, we hired him and we have yet to pay him.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't made any money, and we don't make money.
We don't
call
make
the Golden Company, but we don't get to go.
Yeah, so there's that to deal with. I know you personally, or Derek personally, has this business with the Raven Queen.
Yes, I need to go to Shadowfell.
That's looming in the future. I don't know how close or far that is looming in the future. But that's definitely there.
Well, me personally, I just don't know what the dangers of Shadowfell are.
Right.
I don't know how you would prepare for that.
Right. So.
Because that's the Shadow Plane. I know there's stuff going on in the Shadow Plane, but I don't know if you need some type of protection just to be there.
Well, I would volunteer it. I mean, obviously we would need the whole group for that, or at least for part of it. And as far as Bartholomew goes, he just needs some therapy.
Some love therapy.
Some hag therapy. Did you ever nail down your wish? Or your favor from Merkel?
I don't think so, no.
Because I know Rav became a chosen. The chosen of Merkel. I can't die as long as I serve Merkel.
Yeah, no, I think I put mine on the back burner and like.
Eleanor got
Still looming.
Probably
Rapier.
weapon, yeah.
Unholy Avengers. Because he took Goldfist's
Oh yeah, he's
Holy
called this
Avenger and
weapon,
made it
yeah.
into 2 rapiers for it.
Right.
Yeah, I was too distraught to worry about it at the time. I'm pretty sure. Like,
Well, I had already been like questing. Like me and Rav were both like, yeah, we already know what we want. Because I had already been questing for immortality of some fashion.
Well, it'd be interesting to see too. Like, so Rav's got this tower, and like, what does that come with? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to get into that.
Does she have command over it?
yeah.
She's got all 3 rings on, right?
Well, I
There's apparently some power that could be unlocked for the ring. It just hadn't been done yet.
I can't quite remember.
Well,
I think the 3 rings were needed to raise the tower.
Right.
And then and beyond that, I can't remember if they had like a specific power.
Well, you had mentioned something.
Okay.
That like she was examining the ring or something like that, and you're like,
Okay.
there's some kind of power in it, but you haven't unlocked it yet.
Right. Okay. Sounds like something I would say. Sounds like some vague stuff I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, also, I have to think that at some point, like we get the castle repaired and everything's going well. Somehow, some way, we get evicted and, and have to move on.
Well, I think it will be interesting to kind of explore, like, now that you guys have sort of set yourselves up as a player in the world game, because like where you guys are situated, I mean, you're right there between Waterdeep and Neverwinter, so like right by this like major trade route and whatnot. So,
pretty much right on the coast too, right?
Yeah, close
Well,
to
we
the
have-
coast.
It's a trek to the coast from where we're
Yeah.
but we have access to it.
Yeah, and you guys have some influence over the region, so so it'd be interesting to see what your neighbors think and and who your neighbors are, possibly.
Yeah. And who moves in to the neighborhood?
I don't know if anybody would really want to move in.
To the swamp, maybe not, but you know, there's I think there's definitely a town outside of the swamp, and then funny enough, Phandalin is actually just down the road from you guys too, which is kind of funny. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff to go off of there.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, I feel like we will be kicked out somehow and have to move on and reestablish again, like in the third one.
I hope not. I hope not. I kind of like it. I kind of like you guys.
We'd have to go from the Golden Company to the Moving Company.
Well, I'm hoping, like, yes, we're fixing up the castle, but it's not like I'm going to build a road to the castle. Like, I like a safe place for us to be, but I kind of want it to be unknown.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we like get it structurally sound, like I want to put one of those big camo nets just everywhere, so it doesn't look like it's been fixed. You know, like from a distance, it just looks like some dreary old castle still, or overgrown.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's probably
also,
some illusions that you guys could throw down.
Mm-hmm. And Bartholomew's going to start missing the city life. Like he might get cabin fever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend all my time in this dark, dank swamp,
No.
but I want a fortress we can go to.
Yeah.
Especially now that we have unfettered access to the cavern underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a secret
and then there's
base.
that one monster down there that we never seen. It was just kind of lurked in behind the stairs.
No, it was a were-rat.
Oh,
Or
was it
some type
were-rat?
of were-rat.
Was it?
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah. That's so funny because I constantly forget about that thing.
We never
They
encountered
made an impression on you
No,
guys.
no, He was in an alcove at the bottom of the first set of stairs.
we never got near it. We never encountered it.
We just throw him food every time we go down, and he doesn't bother us. And then we got that other monster in the North Tower.
Yeah.
That eats garbage.
That's right.
And we just left it there.
Yeah.
We still got the fish people, right? They're still.
No, we don't have the fish people.
What
I
happened
think she
to them?
killed them all.
Huh?
I think she killed them all.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
She wiped them all out.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And unfortunately, the big fish thing was pretty reliant on them to exist. So.
I thought we killed that.
Huh?
It came back.
It came back. Yeah.
Oh, right.
She brought it back, or brought another one, something like that.
I think the Kuo-toa, like their collective belief in this thing, like actually manifests it. Like so yeah, but I mean, like I don't know, are there any other kind of things that you guys want to do?
I definitely want to hit up some bigger towns. Like, I want to get back into that Golden Company lifestyle. Like, I don't know.
So some big jobs.
Some big jobs, some action. You know, like
Not bug jobs, big jobs.
I mean, we can.
There was something I needed to go back to Waterdeep for, and it just never happened.
Well, we do need to go back to Waterdeep, if nothing else, to visit.
No, like there was something specific, and it's just like it ended up being like a week trip, and just like every time like I was planning the trip, something would come up, but I can't remember what it was. I specifically had to go to Waterdeep for because it was specifically Waterdeep. It wasn't Neverwinter. It wasn't.
Was it towards the very end? Could you watch like one of the last episodes and maybe get that insight?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a refresher before I start planning.
Yeah.
But
a refresher though, a whole refresher, like that's like,
maybe. I mean, I can skip through them pretty fast.
That's like over 100 hours.
Yeah, like, you know, like other things I can skim through and see what I need.
I don't know if it was an item or
I can't remember either.
something.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Because I remember putting a lot of thought into going back to Waterdeep.
Was it an item at the black market you wanted?
I'm definitely gonna put going back to Waterdeep.
Yeah, I want to revisit the North Ward if nothing else.
Was it the? Was it something to do with the Blue Mage group?
Oh my god!
Forgot about them.
I was hoping everybody had forgotten about them.
Oh.
I kind of never want to go back to the Blue Mage group ever.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Oh, flashbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I'll have to do a refresher, see if anything.
But yeah, I mean, Bartholomew needs to get back to the city life somehow, like, and just
It's more
find himself. Like, he's totally lost at this point. Like, his hair's all
Is he ever gonna go back to Luskin?
white. No. I'm done with that place.
Okay.
He's gotta go get him some Dapper Days.
So if you're well, you guys have the
Like,
ability
maybe
to teleport
Neverwinter.
places too. So
Maybe Neverwinter's our next
Neverwinter.
destination.
It's an option. It's definitely an option.
And maybe changing our name is in the on the plate at some point. Not temporarily, like an alias.
Oh, we got the
What was it? Silver.
Some black skulls or something like that.
Obsidian Skulls.
Obsidian skulls.
Yeah, or anything. Yeah, that'll work. But yeah, I just need to get my head right. Like, a lot of shit's happened, and I'm not the same person right now.
Yeah, I mean, downtime is definitely cool. That would definitely be Neverwinter. Or Neverwinter Direction.
Yeah. So big jobs. What kind of big jobs do you guys want to get involved in?
I don't know.
Yeah, what will we need?
Well, you always use more gold, right?
Yeah.
You always use more gold.
Yeah, it just seems like the vein of jobs were all stuff we needed for the castle.
Yeah.
It was before, yeah. And it might still be now, depending on what you guys want to do with the castle.
Yeah.
But
it would be really cool to throw in some of those, to kind of tie in some of those loose ties.
oh, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited about that.
Okay.
But I just wanted to see if there's anything specific that you guys wanted to do that would be a direction to start off in. Because I definitely want to do some classic Golden Company jobs, and obviously at a bigger scale now that you're higher level.
With resources and allies.
With resources and allies. So I definitely want to do some of that stuff, and then tie in some of those old characters that we've discovered.
Yeah.
And obviously there's some business we have to take care of, especially with the crowns and the blood oath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the blood oath. That should be dealt with as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's a pre R&R.
That's looming.
Yeah.
I mean, where we left off, it's like, all right, we killed Vex. Now where are the crowns? So yeah, that's
yeah. Well, we can knock that out in a few weeks, probably. A few adventures.
Maybe in a few minutes.
Maybe in a few minutes.
Sorry.
But
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I don't know. It also depends on. I mean, I have this focus on the castle, but I'm also a servant of Merkel now, so I don't know if the tower needs anything.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So-
So then I want to talk. I'm going to talk with Maddie about that. About what she has envisioned for Rav and whatnot. But I think having that beacon in the swamp of Merkel's back bitches is going to draw some attention as well.
That's another reason why I kind of want to hide the castle. Because I know, the castle, I'm trying to be low key. I was trying to pull the lizard folk were attacking the surrounding towns, and I'm like, no, a little bit on the road. Hold it back a little bit. Because I didn't want to draw that attention, and now there's no way around it.
mm-hmm.
The Bootius is on the way.
Someday he's got to reclaim that blade.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the ending scenes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
After Goldfist died.
Yeah, the ending scene.
That was the
we
ending scene,
revisited revisited the end of the first Booties campaign where they had defeated the Lich and Booties. After Goldfist died, Booties was chosen.
But wasn't that kind of a synchronicity kind of thing? Does that actually tie in with us, or?
It's existing at the same time. They were happening simultaneoly across the region. So there could definitely be a chance at some point in the future of a crossover episode, for better or for worse.
Yeah, that'd be cool though.
I'd love to see Maddie try and do that though. Be both.
If we had to face Bootius, there's no way she would let us kill him.
Kill who?
Bootius.
Oh yeah.
If we ever had to face him.
I like him.
But he hates you, but I like him.
That was another funny part about the Goldfist thing. Maddie was just infuriated.
Oh,
Oh my god! So every time, just fucking Goldfish. Who's he? He's not the chosen of Commander. I am. Bootius is. Who's this Goldfish guy?
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah, but good things to come, I think.
Oh, and of course, the goat.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
we
the
gotta
goat.
resolve the goat.
Yes, must write that down too. The goat.
The goat will return.
Who's currently ruling the elemental plane of fire, or at least
Basking
or at least one of the cities there.
I think that's all I've got. Unless you guys need to touch on anything else.
No, I think we recapped it quite nicely.
Yeah.
I can't believe that goat's still prancing around in the fire. If that's Hunter, you just did him a favor.
Well, that's the joke, right?
It's fantastic that it became a recurring scene. After several episodes after we sent the goat away, it just keeps coming back. It was just fantastic.
He's closer to the city.
I think that was the final scene that we went out on?
I think it was one of them. I think there were a couple. I think that was one of them.
It was like a mid-credit scene or something like
the
that.
With the goat on the.
Yeah, we had the final scene, and then the mid-credit scene was pulling into this throne room in the plane of fire.
Yeah.
And then we're in the back of the throne, and the throne turns around, and the goat's sitting there.
I think of Chompy from freaking Fairly Odd Parents.
I think that's what we decided, that it was Chompy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Alright, cool. Well, I guess that's it for us. Who do you want to raid?
We got How on Earth, Paradise RPG, and Shambazzle Game. Roll dice, I guess.
Whichever one.
I mean, How on Earth is good to watch, but they're probably wrapping up soon.
Okay.
How on Earth, they are amazing content creators.
They are amazing.
Paradise RPG, I think they're just doing like Q&A video game stuff. Or art, they're doing art. Let's see what Sam Basil's doing. They may just be playing video games. No, they're playing indie. Yeah, just choose one. How on Earth, I guess.
Okay. Will do. We're going to say hey to How on Earth. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and talking D&D. We'll be back next week with our points games, which tend to get pretty crazy. So check in on that.
Yeah.
And have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Right.